Hello, welcome to Seven Lakes Podcast. We're here with the 5 finalists from UIL Animation and Film. And they've all placed significantly well with our 5th place winner, Michelle, who created the film Who. Our 4th place winner, Chenchen, who created the film Win. 3rd place is Zaina, who created To the Core. And 1st place is Bianca and myself, Sofia, who created Together or Not.
Yay!
We'll be talking about our processes and how we made these super amazing films, along with other random talks throughout the entire podcast. Let's start letting everyone know how we got our ideas first. So, who wants to start? I would say Chenchen, because you made a baking film, right?
Yeah, so I actually had a hard time coming up with my idea, so I started a bit later. But I just thought about how last year I also made a film, but it didn't place that well. So I was thinking about my passion for making animations, and I decided to make a story about a girl who tried to figure out how passion plays within her life. So what about Zaina? How did you figure out To the Core?
Yeah, because it got 3rd, so it must have been a pretty impressive story.
So I want to be a planetary scientist when I grow up, once I get out of high school or whatever. And I thought about how cores, we don't know much about them. So what if it could talk? We don't know. It could. So I decided to make a story on that. What if Earth had opinions about us, the things we do to it, the good and the bad? And I thought about it would be really satirical if everyone actually just left Earth because of global warming or whatever. And if you were a planet, you get really pissed off, right?
I would.
Yeah. So I gave Earth the valid crash out that she needed.
Yes. I think we all need a valid crash out. And how about you, Michelle? You created one about, I think, Chinese alligators and how it represents how a soldier represented the opposing soldiers, right? Something like that?
It was about how some people might view a whole group of people as collectively negatively because of maybe just one small portion of that group. So I wanted to make something that was more personal, and to do that I set the time period to be you remember it's in ancient China, so I think in that way it was a bit more personal.
So how did you guys make the Grand Champion film?
Yeah.
We kind of started off with the idea of a romance. We kind of thought Romeo and Juliet style. The princess, she's trying to get out of an arranged marriage, and she wants to, view the world. And this opposing, enemy kingdom, the prince falls in love with her, and it's kind of tricky for me to explain, but we wanted something that focused on fantasy and doomed romance, basically.
Star-crossed lovers.
Yeah.
We didn't really have a meaningful message or whatnot. We just wanted to have fun and wanted to create our own story with our own characters. But we kind of unironically inputted a theme of making your own path and marking your own path.
Yeah.
Because although she could have stayed with the arranged marriage, she left. And although she could have stayed and tried to grow a bond secretly with a blue prince, she decided to leave and try to start something for herself.
Yeah. She wanted independence, and that was, some message that you can do whatever you want to do. It's your choice to do anything.
Yeah, and you can apply that to the real world,
Mm-hmm.
how resilient you can choose to be.
Yeah.
Let's let everyone know how the judging process went and how we came to submit our animations.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So the judging process, it was very nerve-wracking. But upon waiting for like judges, we were all hoping that we made it to the next round. And getting the comments from the judges, we're very nitpicky. So like we had to get a story going in under 3 minutes, maximum 3 minutes, basically. And all of these comments were talking about like, oh, how this feels rushed. Oh, how you could portray the story a little bit better.
Well, gee, I wonder why. It's 3 minutes.
I appreciated like the constructive criticism they gave for like later projects because that actually really helped. But one judge one time just said, "Really good job," and I didn't know what to make of that. Yeah, it depends on the judge, really.
Some judges like really expand on like the process or like how the final design looks, and then some just don't really give much, and you kind of have to work with that. And also the judges have different opinions, so some may say they really like it and some might not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the comments were mostly about time, which was very peeving because
Yeah,
one
because-
judge was saying that we need a 7-minute version. Well, make
What?
us.
They would love to see a 7-minute version.
Well,
Ah.
give us a 7-minute version. We had 3 minutes max.
Yeah, like a minimum of 30 seconds to maximum 3 minutes. And, you know, narrative and documentaries, they get 5 to 7 minutes. I think that's very unfair.
I think the only thing about like if we did have 7 minutes, I feel like people would be really competitive and want to put a lot into it, so they would try to reach like 7 minutes. But also another thing is kind of hard to create 7-minute animation in that short amount of time. Like I like barely finished mine, and I had to pull all-nighter and skip school to just finish it. So that's something that's kind of hard.
So we all made it through 4 rounds of judging, and we got to go to finals in Austin. How did you guys initially feel about that, about going to Austin?
I think I was really excited, and I really anticipated like how it would feel to really experience everything at Austin. And it was really fun watching all the films and spending time with all my friends.
Yeah, I agree. It was really ecstatic because we all get to go on a long trip and skip school. Who doesn't?
It was fun.
Yeah.
I think one of the best parts of going to Austin was that we got to meet the other filmmakers.
Yeah.
And that was really fun because when we watched their films, like before the film festival, it was like even though they were our competitors, there was still a lot of respect to them for working so hard as well. So when we got to meet them in person, it was very exciting.
Yeah, like we were making a bunch of like comments like, oh, these guys are like, these are ops. We have to meet these guys. But like upon meeting them, you could really see like how much effort they put into their films and how much they also like respected our film when they saw it. And that was just, it was an eye-opener for me.
I think it's really crazy that in the digital animation, only Seven Lakes High School and Allen High School made it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So we
Yeah.
were really anticipating like meeting the Allen High School people.
Yeah, Alan is pretty talented, I will admit.
So talented.
Yes. They had like a cast and crew though, and
They had crews and we had like solos.
yeah.
Literally all 3 digital animators solo, and us traditional, we were the only pair.
Yeah.
So Allen High School had like 7 people in their team
It was a
working on
lot.
this. It was insane.
But we got to like talk with some of the Allen people after the award ceremony, and it was really nice talking to them. We really got to know them.
Yeah.
They were really sweet people.
Right? Yeah. I actually spoke to the director of Eggshells, and Eggshells, I've been dreading going against it for like nearly a month now. But like meeting the director was really nice because we were both so interested, like in each other's stories and stuff. We talked about it. Like, it kind of just felt like talking to a mirror, honestly. She's very friendly and very talented. And also, just one little funny thing, because so Allen High School, they got first and second in digital, and I got third. But the thing is, sometimes the teams helped each other. So when the second place people were getting off of stage, some of them just circled back to first stage, and they collected medals again. It was just funny to me.
While we were making the films, those few months, what were some of the biggest hardships that you had?
Biggest hardship probably was fitting time in our days to make it, because we had a lot of other homework from a lot of other classes. I know I was stressed during that last quarter, and I had stayed up at night making my backgrounds and part of the film, and I was just really tired and stressed. But
yeah, and we got our iPads really late, so it was like even more stress to finish things like faster.
And I know you had just started Blender, right? That was what you used to make your animation, right?
Yeah, I started during spring break of that year. So I had the whole summer to work on it and like learn the software, but there was still a bit of a learning curve because it was the first time I'd ever used the 3D software. But it was fun. I learned a lot.
Like whenever we were, because we have a little circle like throughout the process, sometimes we would like peek at Michelle's screen and just like admire her work.
It's amazing.
It was really good.
Thank you.
Just like look at the details of the freaking crocodiles.
Like after class, we all just have to go to crowd around Michelle's computer, see what she's doing next.
What about you, Chenchen?
It was really hard to meet deadlines and like set pacing for myself, so I ended up having a hard time with timing and trying to get my film done.
Yeah, I saw Chenchen's computer once, and animation is basically just compiling a bunch of drawings. So I saw so many drawings, so many little keyframes, like during that whole thing. It was just a bunch of layers and stuff. There was just so much going on, and I was like, how are you doing this? How's your computer surviving?
I think my computer almost broke.
Yeah,
it definitely crashed out a couple of times.
Well, that is the end of this podcast. If you'd like to watch our films, they'll be in the description below this podcast. And I hope you enjoyed.
Yay!